Welcome to Indiana News Desk. I'm Joe Wren. Well, you've probably heard of the term lunch shaming. It's made headlines across the country as school districts grapple with how to pay for meals when their students can't. The School Nutrition Association says about 75% of districts had some unpaid lunch debt at the end of the year. Reporter Barbara Brozier joins us now. Barbara, how do schools handle that debt?
Well, Joe, it really depends on the district, but new rules from the U.S. Department of Agriculture mean whatever that policy is, districts must have it in writing and communicate it to parents by tomorrow. In some communities, approaches are causing a massive public outcry. School's out for the summer, but the cafeteria at Bedford Middle School still fills with the sounds of children.
We have the biggest restaurant in town.
North Lawrence Community Schools offer a summer feeding program that's free to kids. Their parents can even get a meal for a few dollars.
Our policy is that we're going to feed our kids even if they may not have money with them.
It's a philosophy that extends beyond summer break. The school board adopted a policy last year that ensures students who don't have money to pay for lunch still get the same tray of food as everyone else.
We want to make sure that the kids come to the cafeteria and it is a place where they can relax and enjoy their meal and not feel any pressure when they come into the cafeteria. We may be their only happy, smiling, hello face of the day.
But that policy comes at a price. North Lawrence Community Schools currently have $38,000 in food services debt because the district absorbs the costs of unpaid lunches. Each year, it pays off the lunch debt of its graduating class.
If you think of every child as being priceless, then it's a pretty reasonable cost that we'll continue to absorb.
For many schools, it's not quite as simple. The Monroe County Community School Corporation is reconsidering the policy it formally adopted last month after hearing nothing but opposition during a school board meeting earlier this week.
I know in the world it's driven by money, but children are not just fiscal amounts.
Celestina Garcia broke into tears as she spoke before the board. She attended a school outside of the corporation that had a similar lunch debt policy and had her lunch taken away.
And it was, for somebody in middle school, pretty humiliating. It felt like everybody was looking at you, even if that wasn't true.
MCCSC's policy allows students who have a negative balance in their lunch accounts to charge a limited number of meals before being served an alternate meal of a peanut butter and jelly or cheese sandwich.
Full-pay students can charge up to 3 meals, ranging from $8.30 at the elementary schools to $8.75 at the high schools. Reduced-pay students can charge up to $2.15. which is a little over 5 meals if I do the math.
The district has more than $11,000 in lunch debt from this past school year. New federal regulations say it must pay that balance with money from the general fund, the same fund that's used to pay for teachers and curriculum. But several parents who spoke out argued the corporation is unfairly punishing children for an issue beyond their control.
It actively chooses humiliation of a child as a means to collect money. This is not respect, this is not nurturing, and this is not empowerment. In fact, it looks a lot like bullying.
The comments led Superintendent Judy DeMuth to agree to rework the lunch debt policy and bring it back to the board next month. MCCSC could look to other districts, like the Greenfield-Central Community School Corporation, for ideas.
You're gonna spill that.
These students are participating in a summer feeding program the district offers at the Hancock County Boys and Girls Club. The staff here knows just how important having a warm meal is each day.
They're at that time frame in their lives where they need nutrients and just food to stay stimulated, especially during the school year.
Greenfield-Central used to have a similar policy to MCCSC's, where students with lunch debt got a so-called sandwich of shame in place of a regular lunch. Under that policy, the district accrued about $9,000 in debt last year. Although it could end up costing more, Greenfield-Central is changing its approach.
Starting this school year, the board's allowed us to change our policy for meal charging so that the younger children will get a regular tray regardless of their account balance.
After about a month of no payment, The district will attempt to recoup the accrued debt through collections, removing the child from the process. Greenfield-Central also uses donations from its Feed the Future fund to help cover some of the meals. So far, there's only been about $140 donated to the account, but Zerwell says they're making it work.
Putting them in this position where we're trying to motivate a small child to motivate their parents to send some money to school, just thought we could go at it a different way.
And Barbara joins us for a little bit more. Barbara, this is a federal mandate, so how are other states handling this issue?
Well, it's interesting, Joe. The state of New Mexico actually recently banned so-called lunch shaming. They said that children cannot be punished for not having money in their accounts. And the legislator there was kind of spurred to action because he himself had to mop floors to help pay off his school lunch debt. So they banned it there. Several other states are considering similar bills, and there's even a federal proposal before Congress that would end lunch shaming, not allow, again, students to be punished for not having that money.
So there's another controversial issue, and that is, what do they do with the food after it's taken away from the student?
So that's something that a lot of people are concerned about. They're saying, how could this save money? Because some of the food that is not prepackaged is thrown away, but that food that is prepackaged is then put back in line, and other students can take that food. And when will MCCSC consider changes to that current lunch policy? The superintendent is reworking the policy right now. She plans to bring it back to the school board next month. Their next meeting is July 25th. All right, thank you very much, Barbara.